Hi everyone, my name is Berno. Today I would like to present to you some work I recently did jointly with Tim Hellmann and Stefan Klösner. We are highly interested in opinions such as how dangerous is nuclear energy. Opinions are important because eventually they shape how we decide upon political actions and how we take economic decisions. Besides the standard approach of modeling the dynamics of opinions among rational agents who are Bayesian updaters, there is an alternative literature which considers a more naive kind of agents. And this alternative literature has recently found strong support in laboratory experiments. One key insight of this literature is that suddenly the network matters, in the sense that because people are unable to perfectly account for repetitions of information, some people in strong network positions are highly influential and able to convince others in the long run. This can mean, in the worst case, that people are misled from some kind of true opinion towards an opinion that fits to what a certain actor thinks at the beginning. However, at the other extreme, in the best case, we can have, even among naive agents, some kind of efficient information aggregation where dispersed information gets aggregated in the optimal manner. What we would like to contribute to this literature is an aspect beyond the social network which adds a personality trait into this discussion, and that the trait under consideration is conformity. It is empirically well documented that many people in several situations where they are face to face with other people, for example when discussing and exchanging opinions, that they are heavily influenced by what is expected from others or what is the social norm. One key term is also peer pressure. So we consider conformity as the tendency to behaviorally adapt to the group norm. In the context of opinion formation, that would mean that if you consider in the figure that you can see somewhere over here, there is an agent I with a true opinion xi. He's confronted with a peer opinion qi, and we would call him a conforming agent if his expressed opinion is somewhere in between his true and his peers' expressed opinions. On the other hand, there might be even certain personalities who are counter-conformists who simply enjoy to disagree. In fact, we consider a society of agents which is heterogeneous with respect to their degree of conformity, which means that in particular we also have the case that everybody is honest, such as in the standard model. One of the key insights we have is that the people who are influential, so who are opinion leaders, are not only characterized by eigenvector centrality, so these are not only the agents who have a central position in the social network, but they are also characterized by not being highly conforming. We quantify this effect and see that there is in fact an interaction between the two things, and it also depends on the level of conformity of all other agents in the society. For example, to be more powerful than just given by the network position, a certain agent has to be less conforming than his peers, and his peers that could be are high conformists, so a little bit of honesty already would increase his opinion leadership in a comparative static sense. This result is highly important for the initial question about the efficient information aggregation. While one might conjecture that when people are not straightforwardly saying what they think, so when people are misrepresenting their opinions, it might be the case that the quality of information gets undermined. This need not be the case. It can also be the case that conformity and counter-conformity enhances wisdom of the society, and the reason for that is the following. Consider an agent who is highly powerful in terms of the social network. He is a well-established expert and everybody listens to him. in case that his information precision, his expertise, is not in fact as much higher as his strength in the social network is, he is too powerful in a certain sense. So there would be an imbalance between expertise and network position, and conformity can counterbalance this or help to equalize this or smooth this, in the sense that if he is a conforming type, then the group decision in the end and the collective opinion has a higher accuracy compared to the case where he is honest or even counter-conforming. On the other hand, there are people who are not highly influential because of a peripheral role in the social network, who are at the same time very well informed or deep thinkers. So in some sense, they could boost their influence on the group by being less conforming to a certain extent. These are more technical terms. I would like to use more poetic terms, which are borrowed to summarize this finding. It's the whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, but wiser people so full of doubts. Thank you for your attention. You can find more in the